Here we are inside the Xplore 304 caravan. We will firstly just come to the main control panel, just here. To turn the 12 volt on, we just need to flick the master switch just here. And then as you can see, all the lights have just come on, etc. Just here. And then we also have the voltage of the leisure battery just displayed here. This one here will do all of the main top lights. They kind of work as like an entrance light as well. Then we have the water pump. Whenever the water pump is in operation, so if we now just come to the sink and just turn the tap on. Whenever the water pump is in operation, the red light will come on to let you know. And then lastly, we then just have the awning light on and off. Beneath that, we then have the controls for the heating and the hot water system. For hot water, if we start to press this button here, you will see we go over a series of icons until we eventually come back to off again. So if we start with the first icon, wavy lines represent mains electricity. So I usually round it up. It's easier to just say that we're using about 1 kilowatt. Two wavy lines, mains electricity using nearly 2 kilowatts. Then we have a little picture of a flame. So gas. Then we also have dual fuel. So we have a mixture of gas and mains at 1 and a mixture of gas and mains at 2. Dual fuel is very handy if you want virtually instant hot water. Also very handy if there's going to be more than one of you having showers in quick succession of each other, or if you want a longer shower. Whenever gas is being consumed, you will get a little flame just appear here to let you know. There we are. If it had failed to light on gas, a little red exclamation mark would appear here. The red exclamation mark can also appear if you do not have main supply connected. If we now return back to off again, you will see that the flame will then go back out again. If you do get a red exclamation mark on either the hot water or the heating, once you think you've rectified the problem, you will still need to reset the control panel. So to get rid of the red exclamation mark for the water heater, hold down this button here and then press the plus button. And if it's obviously a heating issue, it's press the heating button and then press the plus button. If we now move to the heating, same again, you'll see we'll go over all the icons until we eventually end up at off. If we start with the first icon here, again wavy lines of mains electricity. This time this is about 500 watts. Two wavy lines is about 1 kilowatt, and 3 wavy lines is about 2 kilowatts. And then we then have gas, and then back to off again. Again, same, if you're using gas, you will get a flame here to let you know if it's lit. We control the actual temperature on the plus and the minus just here. I'll recommend having this red mark here just hovering above the moon as a night mode if you need the heating on, as it's only a low heat, but secondly the fan will be a bit quieter. And if it is just a hot day, you can circulate the air around just here. There we go, we're now lit on gas. And if I now drop the thermostat back down, right the way down to here, you'll see that it then goes back out again, and then it will just circulate the air. But I will now turn the system back off again. Above the main control panel, we just have this little bit here, and that is literally just the plug-in point for the alarm. So let's say the alarm's going off and for some reason it will not turn off on the fob. You also get on your keys, if I just grab the keys, you get these little bits here. They're kind of a bit like the old immobilizers used to be on the cars, and all we do is you just plug it in here and it will disarm the alarm. The door itself, locked, unlocked, and we also have the option on these ones to have a stable door. And then we have the fly screen just here. The switch down here is for the washroom, so it just turns the washroom lights on and off. Here we have the mixer for the shower. We then have the basin just here, and then we have the Thetford toilet. To open the cassette, slide the lever across, and then blue button to flush. You will get an illumination just here to let you know when the cassette is full. Next we have the fold out single bed. It is just undo the two clips and then fold down and then fold out and then fold out and then drop the mattress into place, and then you will see that the ladder is just here, that then just hooks on to these points here. The lower bed, it is just lift off the table, fold the leg, and then drop the table itself onto these points just here either side, and then once that's down, it is then just a matter of sliding the cushions across into place. This fan also has an Omnivent fan, so to use the Omnivent, wind to put the roof vent up, and then you will see we have on and off buttons just here. So basically the middle button turns the unit on, and then you'll see arrows out and arrows in for cooling. So if we continue to extract, if I keep pressing, it will speed up. There we go. And if I now press the opposite, it will slow back down again. And then the blades will then stop and spin in the opposite direction and draw air in. And then middle button back off again. And then always make sure that you're closed again for travel. We also have a microwave. The isolator for the microwave is just in this overhead cupboard here. Do make sure that all the contents are removed for travel, and then it's a fairly normal microwave. Just twist for time, start, stop just here, power settings, etc. Or you can do a 30-second quick start. We then have the 3-burner gas hob. You will see that we just have the knobs just here, so just push in, twist, and then press the igniter just down here. So if I now just light them all, there we go, and turn them back off again. And then if we then come below, we have the oven and grill. So if we now push in to the left, that will fire up the oven. And then if we then go back to the off and push in and go to the right, that will then fire up the grill. Beneath we have storage and gas isolation taps for the hob and the oven. They're all in the on position, and as I say with all of the gas isolation taps, they can stay like this. My motto: smell gas in the van, turn the gas bottle off. Next we have the Dometic fridge, on and off on this one here, and then it's picked the power source just here. So we're currently on mains electricity. If I want to turn it over to gas, just press this one here, and then it will automatically light itself. If it fails to light, you will get a beeping noise and you will get a red flashing light just here. This also works as the gas reset button if you believe there may be a bit of air in the system that just needs purging out. And then the last one is 12 volt maintain for when we're towing. So if I press this at the moment, we will get the warning because we are not actually hitched up to a tow vehicle at the moment. But I will now put us back onto main supply, and then temperature control just here. And then it is just press down to open. We then have the wardrobe just here, which has the freestanding table in it. Also in here we have the roll-out carpet, shower screen, and also the curtains that can be put up for the beds. Next we have the consumer unit. So we have all of the individual MCBs all labelled up here. Then we have the RCD and the test button just here. And then all underneath we have the 12 volt fuses that are again all labelled up. The battery charger is also within the consumer unit as well. It is housed at the back of it. If we now just move the cushions across, you will see the whale boiler just here. To drain the whale boiler down for winterization, it is done on this yellow lever just at the back here. You'll see it's flapped across at the moment in the closed position. So to drain all the water out of the boiler, make sure the water pump is turned off and then flapped just like so, and this will then jettison all the water out of the boiler. It is always a good idea, especially for winterization, that once you've done this, that you then also make sure that all the taps have been opened as well, because A, it will release all the airlocks, but secondly, if there is a harsh frost, hopefully the water will be forced out of the end of the tap into an icicle instead of expanding in the pipework and splitting it. Also in here we can see the drawer that can come out here, and then we also have the gas isolation taps just here for the heating and hot water system. The bed itself is very simple, just pull and slide out like so. We now just drop this back down again, put these cushions back, and then if we do the same thing again on this side, here we go. This side here we have storage. We can see the locker point here that we can get to from the outside, back of the consumer unit, and then this white box just here is the alarm, and then the back of the battery box just here, and the main 12-volt fuse. In this overhead locker here we have the television aerial and the stereo. So with these particular television aerials, just undo the collar and then push up and then move the television aerial into the position that you require and then lock back into place. Make sure that the digital amplifier is turned on, and you can control the boost just here. On and off is just on the side. Do make sure that this is down for travel, and also do not over tighten this collar because they are plastic and they will split. We then have the Pioneer stereo just here. To turn it on and off, just come to the button that says SRC and just press. Volume control just here. Search for radio stations just here. We have USB connectivity here and auxiliary, and we can also connect up iPhones and Android phones just here. If we press this button in, we can then go through, change treble, bass, illumination, etc. just all in here. And then to turn it back off again, just hold the SRC button in. Lastly, you will see that there is this little white box just in the ceiling just here. This is the PIR sensor for the alarm. It is a good idea to come to it every now and then and press the button just to make sure that it is working. It is really no different than checking your carbon monoxide alarm and your smoke alarm. Reason being is it's wireless and does require batteries.